I think in that one case, he misspoke. His service to our country was incredibly honorable for decades. And J.D. Vance really should understand that. Donald Trump just wants to drag this country back into the past.
Joining me now, former Assistant Treasury Secretary for Public Affairs and host of the Monica Crowley podcast, which, by the way, is awesome. Monica Crowley herself, and National Review Editor-in-Chief Rich Lowry. Both of you, welcome to the show. Rich, I'm going to talk about the honesty of candidates, telling the American people the truth about what you believe. And it's not just lies that now the campaign is trying to walk back, but they've told us that the border is secure, right? Lied to us. They told us that Bidenomics is working, a lie to us. What impact does lying to voters have on your electability?
Well, it should undermine your credibility. And there's so much fodder with the Trump campaign to work with now. They just need to hammer all of this home. And just to pick on one, the border, this is a lie. You know, she didn't start lying about this yesterday or 3 weeks ago. This is a lie throughout the entirety of the administration. They deliberately blew up the border with predictable, disastrous consequences, and then they denied until he was finally forced to do something unilaterally on his own. But now they're turning around and blaming Trump, supposedly for killing this bipartisan bill. He's responsible for the disaster on the border. It's perverse.
And it was unilateral action by the administration isn't working, number one. And they only changed policy once they saw that the polling shows that the American people actually care about it. But Monica, I want to come to you on the price fixing is misconstrued. Well, listen, you want a price fix? How are you misconstruing these policies? And by the way, the campaign knew that not just a liberal economist, but conservative economists were like, listen, this is a really bad idea, Kamala. And she still came out with it.
Yeah, look, her economic plan was well thought out. It was prepared weeks, if not months in advance. They knew exactly what they were proposing when they finally rolled it out. And the predictable backlash happened. Now, maybe they're in such an insular bubble that they didn't realize there was going to be this kind of backlash, including, by the way, from Democrats, from corporations, from Wall Street. A lot of people who might be inclined to vote for this ticket were saying, wait a minute, what you're actually proposing here is Marxist. We've tried it before. My first boss, former President Richard Nixon, made a huge mistake with wage and price controls in the early 1970s. He admitted it was a disaster. So I don't think they were prepared for the backlash. But when the backlash happened, then they sent out all of these surrogates to try to do a mop-up operation, try to clean it all up. But it really gives us a huge opening here because the Marxism is very open now. It's not like Obama, who kind of dressed it up in a pretty package. It's all right there for everybody to see. The kind of catastrophic consequences that we have suffered over the last 3.5 years, which would then be put on steroids under a Kamala Harris, Tim Walz administration. Because right now, all of these revolutionaries, for lack of a better word, are in their end game. They've been trying to destroy the United States from within for a very long time. This is why now we're at the tipping point. And if they go ahead with these policies, it will be the coup de grace for the U.S. economy.
Price fixing really exposes the Marxist heart. All right, let's move to this. Kamala Harris throwing around economic terms like return on investment to make Americans think she has a clue about economic policy. But Rich, as you point out, no matter how many times you say the phrase, the program she wants to invest in won't actually pay for themselves. Watch.
Return on that investment in terms of what that will do and what it will pay for will be tremendous. What we're doing in terms of the tax credits, we know that there's a great return on that investment. What that means in terms of increasing the tax base, not to mention property tax base, what that does to fund schools, again, return on investment. I think it's a mistake for any person who talks about public policy to not critically evaluate how you measure the return on investment.
Rich, I mean, borrowing, taxing, spending money, and you get a return on investment.
Yeah, so clearly she had a policy briefing, and this is the one phrase she remembers. It's a little bit like you're in school, you haven't read Moby Dick, you look at Cliff Notes, oh, it's a story about man versus nature, and the teacher, what's this about? Man versus nature. What happens? Man versus nature. How's it end? Man versus nature. So that's what she was like with return on investment, but it's false, right? These programs aren't investments. They're not going to create any massive returns. The Department of Health and Human Services is not Apple Inc., never has been, never will be.
And Monica, I think when she talks about return on investment, She's talking about return on political investment.
Correct.
Because she's taking from some and giving to others.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. Anytime the government intervenes in the economy, it warps the market. There are all kinds of distortive forces, which is their objective anyway, right? Very important point. Unlike the private sector, which has a profit motive, government has no profit motive. Why? Because they're taking from taxpayers. Also, they've got the Fed that can print endless amounts of money. There is no profit motive. Their motive is power. So when she talks about return on investment, that's what she means.
And in a company, bad investments make you go bankrupt, but in the government, bad investments just keep right on coming, decade after decade. A really good point. Monica Crowley, Rich Lowry, thank you both for joining me. I appreciate it.